Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, and good morning. I hope everybody is ready for our session on exercise number 13, which is Python tuple. Alright, okay, thank you for coming for today's session. So let's look at our exercise. Can I get a confirmation from everybody that you can see my screen and hear my voice? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. So exercise 13 is about Python tuple, alright, which is a bit similar to what we have learned previously in exercise 12, which is Python list, right? And I've already mentioned that in Python, okay, there are some data types that are considered as Python collections, right? So which is consisted of Python list, tuple, sets and dictionary. Alright, so we will cover everything today. Okay, and this is why it's very important lah for you to go through this exercise. Okay, right. So what is tuple? Tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. Okay, so it is similar to a list. Okay, however, the difference is that you cannot change the uh, information or the item in the tuple. So in Python, tuple are written with round bracket. Okay. So to create a tuple, you assign a variable with something that looks like this lah. Okay. So this is the similar to a list, but instead of having a square bracket, you use round bracket. Okay. So let's try this out. Okay. So this is how you create your tuple. Okay. So this tuple contains apple, banana, and cherry. So you can access tuple item by referring to the index number inside the square bracket. Okay, so for example, in this example, okay, similar to the one that I created on top, okay, you can actually access each of the item inside the tuple by referring to the index, similar to the list. Okay, so previously we have already done this exercise in exercise 12. Okay, so we can access the item in the tuple by referring to the index. So apple is index 0, banana is index 1, and cherry is index 2. Okay, also similar to list, okay, tuple allows negative indexing. Okay, negative indexing means beginning from the end lah. Okay, so negative 1 refers to the last item, negative 2 refers to the second last item, and so forth, right? So let me show you. Negative 1 should be cherry. See? Okay, cherry, which is the last one. Okay, and then banana is the second last, and apple is the sorry, apple is the third last, right? So this is apple, right? Okay, range of indexes. You can specify a range of indexes by specifying where to start. Right? Similar again. This is similar to Python list. Okay, so you just apply the same thing. Okay, and then you have a range of negative indexes. Okay, range of negative indexes. Although you can access from the last item. Okay, but if you write it like this, you only traverse the Python tuple from the left side to the right side. Okay, so you cannot traverse from the right to the left. Okay, like this one. Okay, let me show you. So negative 4 until negative 1, and another thing that you have to note that mango would be printed out. Okay, because of the uh, last item. Okay, if you remember in Python list, okay, we have already covered this in our previous session, that the last item won't be printed out, right? So even though um, so if let's say you use negative indexing, you cannot definitely you cannot access the last item. Okay, so if you need to access the last item, you can write it like this lah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it must be 7. So this tuple 7, it will traverse the um, tuple until mango. So if you put 6, for example, it won't print out mango. Alright. How about if you put it more than 7, 9, for example? So it will only print until the last item. Okay. So it won't print out any error messages lah. Okay. However, in a 2.x version, okay, so it will print out an error if the index is out of bound. Okay, so you have to be very careful if you are using version 2.x. Okay, so let's look at change tuple value. Okay, once a tuple is created, you cannot change its value, like I've already said earlier lah. Right. So it is unchangeable or immutable. Okay, so although it's similar to a list, so one difference that you can see is that tuple cannot be changed. However, there's a workaround. Okay, there's a workaround. You can convert the tuple into a list first, and then convert it back to a tuple. Okay, like this one. So if I assign this tuple to the variable x, okay, and then I typecast the variable x into a list. Okay, so it is assigned to y. Okay, now y have the list apple, banana, and cherry. Okay, and then I change the y value. Okay, with index 1. Okay, meaning that I change banana lah. Banana is changed to kiwi, and then when I convert it back to a tuple, it's the same list, okay, containing apple, kiwi, and cherry. When I print it out, so it prints out apple, kiwi, and cherry instead of apple, banana, and cherry. So meaning that even though tuple is immutable, there's a workaround. You can convert the tuple to a list and then convert back to a tuple once you have done with changing the data. Alright. So this is class tuple. Okay. Again, this is just to show you that you cannot simply change the value. Okay, let me show you. So this tuple, apple, banana, and cherry, and then I want to change banana to blackcurrant. Okay, can we do this? Definitely not. Alright, so it will produce an error because you cannot change the tuple value. Okay. Alright, loop through a tuple. Okay, so loop through a tuple is similar to the example that I've shown you previously in the list. Okay, you just use the for loop. Okay, and for each item in the tuple, you print each item lah. So this can be anything. It can be x, it can be y, it can be any variable that you want to name. Alright, but inside the for loop body, okay, you must print the same variable. Okay, then it will print out everything lah. And then you can use the in operator. Okay, we have already covered the in operator in exercise 10, if I'm not mistaken. So you can check. Okay, you check an item whether the item is a member of the tuple or is the item is in the tuple. Okay. So again, the same example of tuple, apple, banana, and cherry, and you want to check whether apple is inside the tuple. Right. But in this example, I change the example a bit lah, okay, to make it more meaningful. Okay, something that is not that boring, right? Like this one. So I've changed so that if the fruit is in the tuple, okay, we print out the name of the fruit. Okay. Otherwise, it's the same lah. So it will mention that TV is not in the fruit tuple. Okay. If I want to change this into a method, right? Can anybody help me? Kalau saya nak change into into a method, insert cell below. So definitely, if we want to create a method, we start off with the def statement. Okay. Check the method name, right? Check tuple. Sorry. Check tuple. Okay. The word that we want to check, right? And then the tuple tuple variable. Can I say that tuple variable? Okay. Then you just copy this lah. Same thing. Okay. Careful with the indentation. Okay. Hold on. I don't think that I have to answer that. Okay, never mind. Careful with the indentation. Okay. So you indent this. Alright. And then you have to change lah. So the word check should be here. Okay. Come on. What? I have to copy this first. Paste this. And then I have to copy this and paste it here. Okay, I have to change this and this. If I run this, now the method is ready. Okay, so let me run this. This is a more fun tuple to work with, right? This is a bit boring because you only have 3. So insert cell below. Okay, call up the method check tuple. Okay, we want to check whether the word is correct or not. So let's say I want to check whether there's a banana inside the tuple. So this should be this tuple. Yes, so banana is inside the tuple. How about durian? No, durian is not in the tuple. See? So if we check back, there's no durian, right? Okay, next tuple length. Okay, this is quite the same as the previous one. You use the length method, and you will see this example in the next consecutive exercises in exercise 14 and 15, which is Python set and Python dictionary, that uses a length method, okay, to count the number of items inside the tuple. Okay. So once a tuple is created, you cannot add item to it. Why? Because it is unchangeable. Okay, as easy as that. Okay. This is another example. So you create item 3, which is orange. So you cannot do that. Okay, you cannot create an item assignment to a tuple anymore because tuple is fixed value. Right? Once you create, you cannot change. To create a tuple with only one item, you have to add comma after the item. Otherwise, Python will not recognize it as a tuple. Okay, I want to seek your opinion. Okay, why do you think that when you want to create a tuple with one item, okay, this is the objective here, to create a tuple with only one item. Okay, why do we need to put a comma after the first item? Can anybody tell me? Siapa boleh beritahu saya? You can write in the in call message if you don't wish to speak. Okay, I can read it for you. Take a guess. Kalau you tak tahu, tak apa, you can guess. Kenapa dia kena ada comma? Anybody? Orang semua tengah mamai lagi ke? Tak boleh teka. Kenapa dia kena letak koma? If I were to create a set above. If I were to create a list, okay, this list sama dengan saya buat je 1.1 contohnya lah kan, and then I want to print type this list. See, I can create a list but I don't have to put in a comma. But if I want to create a tuple with one item, I have to put comma. Why do you think that is? Okay, Amir kata Python will not recognize the variable as a tuple. Okay, good. Thank you, Amir. Right, you are right. Okay, so if I were to run this, see, in the next example, okay, so for the first example, it shows that it's a tuple. Alright, for the next one, it only identify the tuple as a string because for round bracket, okay, round bracket, if you don't have a comma, it will ignores the round bracket, right? Because sometimes you will write equation using round bracket, or simply you want to encapsulate your string, right? So if you don't have a comma, Python will ignore it and it will take the uh, item as whatever that is supposed to be. Like in this case, is a string. So if I remove this, okay, if I remove this, again, the same thing here. If I remove this, it will be a float value. However, the first example still uh, will be identified as a tuple, right? And if I were to remove the point value, definitely this will be an integer. See? Okay. Alright. Can you remove item? Yes. Okay. But you have to remove everything lah. Okay. You cannot remove a single item. Tuple are unchangeable, so you cannot remove item from it, but you can delete it completely. Alright. So if I were to run this, so you have the tuple deleted lah. So if I were to run the print statement, it will produce an error. Okay. So how about joining two tuple? Okay, teka. I want you everybody to guess. To join two or more tuple, you can use the plus operator. So in this case, I have tuple 1 and tuple 2. And then in the example here, you create tuple 3 equals tuple 1 and tuple 2. And then you print tuple 3. But I change the example. Okay, I change it to tuple 2 equals tuple 2 plus tuple 1. Okay, and then I will print tuple 2 and tuple 1 again. Okay, what do you think? Will it produce an error or not? In this example. Okay, tuple, you cannot change the tuple value, right? So now, I'm typing the code. Okay, and the code is assigning tuple 2 concatenated with tuple 1. Will it produce an error? Tak nak teka. Apa ayuh ni? Kalah dengan group yang lagi satu. Yes apa? Wan Nadira. Yes error ke yes no error? Okay, ada orang kata no error, ada orang kata error. Okay, kita tengok. Kita tengok dulu. So, kita run. Okay. So, no error. Okay, no error. So, kenapa previously I did tell you that you cannot change tuple when it's created. So on top here, we already created tuple 2, which is the value is 1, 2, 3. However, when I do an assignment, okay, tuple 2 equals tuple 2 plus tuple 1. So it seems that the tuple 2 value is updated with a new value, which is 4. So why is it? Why is this allowed? Okay, because again, from the previous example, most of the example says that tuple cannot be changed. However, in this example, now tuple can be changed. So why is it? Can anybody explain? Kenapa? Why no error? You all ni dah masuk ke peringkat degree. You should have some sort of understanding on how to evaluate a situation. And then you synthesize from your understanding, or you do a deduction ke kan, create a hypothesis. So tak apalah kan, create a hypothesis dulu, lepas tu and we'll see about it whether it's true or not. So rasa-rasanya kenapa dia tak error? Anybody wants to answer? Okay, because the value of tuple is not changed. Change. Tuple 2 is 1, 2, 3. Now, when I print tuple 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Can change tu. Initially, you have 3 item. Now, you have 4 item. Okay, why is this allowed? The question is, before this, I told you that you cannot change tuple value once it's created. However, in this case, the value has changed. So, why does this allowed? Soalan dia. Kenapa? Kalau dengar saya explain je, nanti dia macam boring kan. So saya nak tanya you all soalan. Anybody? Takkanlah Ami seorang je. Bagus Ami, thank you very much. Orang lain, how about other people? No value is assigned after 3. Siti Nur Farhana, thank you. No value is assigned after 3. 4. Kan? Tuple 2 plus tuple 1. Jadi 1, 2, 3, 4. Faham tak? Initially we have tuple 2. Nampak tak ni? This is tuple 2. Which is the initial value is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then suddenly I change my tuple 2 with a combination of tuple 2 and tuple 1. Okay, now I have tuple 2 added with a new value. Okay, ada value ni 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Siti Rubaya, because the operator represent concatenation. Yes, betul. Concatenation. This is what is happening. You concatenate the second tuple with the first one, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again, my question is, previously I told you kan, macam contohnya macam ni kan. Mana tadi tu? That's an example. You cannot assign dia kata tadi. Mana ni? Ni sini. Okay, so if I change this again, 1 index 0 1 is index 0, 2, 3 kan. Lepas tu tuple 3 ni 4 contohnya. Sorry. So tak boleh. So I cannot add more value here. Alright. Nak insert pun tak boleh sebab dia tak ada pun method insert. Sebab definitely dia tak boleh. Tapi in this case boleh pula. Kan, mana tadi? This case saya nak tambah 4, boleh. Anybody?
Sebab data type dia sama ke?
definitely data type sama sebab first one is tuple, the second one pun tuple juga. Okay, tapi yang kedua ni sepatutnya tak boleh kan, but logically kalau kita tengok example yang sebelum-sebelum ni, kita tak boleh add item. Tak ada lagi jawapan. Bagus, thank you very much for those that have tried. Saya suka sangat kalau you, it's good that you need to have this urge to try. Okay, tak apa, salah saya akan explain. Okay, barulah you punya mind you berfungsi sikit. Kalau tak you dengar je kan, you jadi macam otak you cair. Okay, boleh? Tak ada siapa tahu. Tak boleh agak. Okay, ni apa? Ni, tak apa siapa. Sebab? Bukan tuple. Ni tuple. So, kalau saya print kan, type kan. Type. Tu kelas tuple. Masih lagi kelas tuple tapi saya boleh ubah. Rasa-rasanya.
Sebab yang ini macam combine antara dua tuple.
Kalau
kita nak change value guna index tak boleh.
Okay, thank you Nuraini. Sikit ni. Dah nak betul lah tu jawapannya. CP-CP lagi. Okay, tengok ni. Ini simbol apa? Ini simbol apa? Equal. Okay, simbol equal maksudnya apa? Kalau kita tengok dekat operator ni kan. Tengok Python operator. Lambat pula dia nak keluar. Okay. Python operator. Okay. Apa dia kata ni? Python apa? Baca balik je. Python assignment operator. Jawab ni lemau lah. Okay. Tengok ni. Bila dia assignment operator, we assign values to the variable, right? So initially in this example, the variable, of course, the variable is created Python 2, tuple 2, Python 2 lah. Tuple 2 is created 1, 2, 3. Okay. However, if you look at this example, kan, x equal x plus 3. Okay, ini nama dia reassignment. X is already created. But now, okay, the x value is added with a new value. Okay, and then reassign. Okay, it's a new x. Dia bukannya x yang sama. Okay, so similar to this example, tuple 2 and tuple 1 is concatenated. So if I were to write it something like this kan, kalau saya write something macam ni, tak ada assignment. Okay, I don't do any assignment. See, nampak tak? Ada. The concatenation exists. Alright, but it is not assigned to any variable. Alright. So if I were to assign it to tuple 2, so actually it's a new assignment. Dia bukannya tuple 2 yang sama. This is tuple 2, 1, 2, 3. So and then the next one is a new tuple that contains this value. Okay, yang ini kan, yang tuple 1, tuple 2 dia jadi this tuple. Tapi sekarang ni this tuple ni tak assign lagi. So bila dia tak assign lagi, dia duduk lah dekat dalam memory tu. Okay, dia tunggu nak letak kat mana ni. Kalau tak letak kat mana, dia hilang lah. Right, so now when I do this operator, so it becomes a reassignment. Okay, so again, please put it into your mind. Okay, tuple cannot be changed in certain circumstances, but this is a workaround lah for it. So one workaround is that you change the type, you change the tuple type. Okay, remember you change it to a list. Okay, don't change the type to a set. Dia ada sebab dia. Okay, nanti saya akan explain lah. Okay, change to a list, and then edit the value, remove ke, add more item ke, and then change back to a tuple. Or you can concatenate the tuple and assign it to the any tuple that you want to edit. Okay, itu jawapan dia. So the tuple constructor continue. So the tuple constructor is also possible to use the tuple constructor to make a tuple. So similar to the first example, this is a list. Okay, this is actually a list, but you typecast into a tuple. Okay, typecast into a tuple. Why do we allow this? Kan macam pelik kan. Dah ada apa tu square bracket, ngada-ngada pula nak buat tuple. No, because sometimes the list is inside a variable, or when you load up data, the data that is loaded into the variable is a list. Okay, or when you convert text, okay, you convert text automatically. If you split up text, it's a list. All right, so you have to um, typecast into a tuple if you need it to be in a tuple format. Okay, so again, this is the same example. So this is just to know whether the item in the tuple having which index. So right, so this is one. Okay, so if I run this, banana have the first the first banana. Okay, in this tuple has index 1. Okay, so I think this is another function or method, right, that I actually run. Okay, previously, if I'm not mistaken, I created this method, right, to test out the item in the tuple, right? So if I check apple in this tuple, okay, sorry, should be test. Okay, so how many occurrences? See, if you can see this method. Okay, actually there's several method. You have count and index. Okay, not much because you cannot add, you cannot pop. Okay, so there's only two method of tuple. Okay, so I created this method to go through. Okay, so if let's say if I type in apple, it will go through one by one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apple inside the tuple. Okay, and then it will give you the index. Okay, so apple at index 1, at index 3, 5, and so forth, right? So this is the code lah. Okay, so inside the body of the method, it will go through the tuple. Okay, and then it will check whether the keyword, this is the keyword, is in the tuple. If it's in the tuple, then it will print out the tuple, the keyword and the tuple index. Okay, and it will continue until the end lah. Okay, so that's why you get something like this. So if I were to write banana here, banana, so it will print out 2. Okay, so this one is a bit this is wrong because I didn't change this to a keyword, so I change this keyword. Okay, this will fix it, should fix it. All right, so banana, now I have 2 banana. See, how about orange? Orange should be 1. Okay, 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 so I need to fix the code. Okay, because when there's only 1, okay, index, it actually doesn't go through the loop. All right, so I need to change something in the code so that it will print out orange with its index. Okay, so another one I think is cherry. So let me check cherry cherry is okay because cherry is in the middle. Okay, so there's something wrong with the first item. All right, so I just need to tweak the code. Okay, but that's another day. All right, this is the same example. Okay, but without the method. Okay, and that's it. Okay, that's everything that I can tell you about Python tuple. Okay, so let me see that I can